Hey guys, new video here. I'm gonna head to the pet store real quick. Gonna take a look at some of the plants that they have and see how, see if there's anything that I need for my fish tank. You can probably see those other videos, the fish tank videos, and also on my channel if anyone's interested. And that's but anyway, so I was looking back at the channel and I noticed that it's already been 8 months. So I'd like to do a extended review of the Cyclone 3 kilowatt system and just kind of my thoughts on it, if it's worth. So right now the price of that system on both Luna and 6 Bike Park is $378. Okay. So when I bought it, and I'm not trying to glow or anything like that, I bought mine for like $340 with the Black Friday special, so a little bit cheaper. Not too much, like 10% more now before shipping. So with shipping, it's probably $400. So I'm running it on a 72 volt system. It has a top speed of about 40 miles per hour, which I kind of confirmed with other channels that also have a similar system. That's mine. So top speed of 40. If you have a really good battery, you can probably run it at 30 miles per hour until the battery gets pretty low. I don't have that great of a battery, so obviously I'm doing the hybrid system. And usually I go like 22 if I'm only on the battery. When I'm on the hybrid gas generator system, I'm going 24, 25 into a headwind and then maybe 30 miles per hour with the headwind, or with the wind, with the tailwind. So, oh good, hang on 1 second. So this is a green light. Can I make this green light? Yeah, I can make it. I need to speed up a little bit though. So that's the question. So that's the power of the system. And even though it's $400 now, it still is the cheapest quote-unquote high-power e-bike. And I say high-power in the sense that anything greater than 1,000 watts, which is kind of legal limit. This can definitely cruise at 30, so it's not straining itself at 30 miles per hour if you have the proper batteries. And what else? In terms of reliability, the only problem I had was that it does make a noise when, I think it's because the internal gears are not 100%, or there might be some wear in the gears. It does make a little bit of a noise, which isn't as prominent, especially when you're going pretty quick. But it does make a little bit of noise, and I think one of the things I should have done when I bought the kit is I should have opened up the internal gears and put in some really nice high quality gear oil. A lot of people do this with other systems, mid-drive systems, high power mid-drive systems, and it's no exception here. The kits are from China, and while the quality is great, they're going to have to cut costs somewhere. So, one of their places is probably how they grease the gears. It's probably not the 100% best you can buy. So that's probably what you should do when you if you do buy the Cyclone, is to do that. The other thing is that you just have to be really careful. Take your time with setting the gears, setting the chain and the chain tensioner and everything like that. And you really need to take your time with that, because in the beginning I had a lot of trouble with like jumps off of the drive sprocket of the motor. But now that's really kind of gone away because I really put a really, number one, the chain is well worn in, so there's really little to no, there's little stretch in the chain anymore. And the other thing is, I put the chain tensioner on pretty tight in general. So a combination of those two things I think are pretty important. So make sure, just take your time with it. The installation itself is not too difficult. You do need a couple set of tools, which would add another $20 on top of the price. So people say that, you know, hey, mid-drive is more efficient than a hub drive because of the gears. And so here's the thing, I disagree with that in one sense that you really don't want to put the Cyclone on a, on a high gear because you're gonna get chain jumps, you're gonna keep the chain, and also changing having the derailleur shift all the time under such heavy torque is not good for the derailleur. So I know a lot of guys that have the Cyclone and they just leave it on a really low gear, like the first or second gear. Mine is stuck on the second gear, and my top speed is pretty much the same as if I would have put it on the fifth gear, because it just doesn't have that much power to turn the fifth gear. And when you're under first or second gear, you still get a lot of torque, no doubt, which makes it more efficient probably than a hub drive going up a hill. So what I recommend, so after 8 months now and countless, like many miles, like probably 2,000, 3,000 miles at this point, would I recommend it? Of course, it's a domestic source of, when I mean domestic, you don't have to wait for China to ship. A lot of the high-powered hub motors nowadays, unless you want to pay a fortune for it, are from China. So you have to wait for China to actually ship it. And obviously you might have problems with that and tariffs and whatnot. These Cyclones are from a domestic source, or domestic in the sense that the reseller is domestic, the distributor is domestic. So you really should not have a problem getting them and getting your order on time. And also service too. I bought mine from Sick Bike Parts, and they're the greatest. They're great guys. They ride bikes, obviously, same as Luna, they ride bikes too, but Sick Bike Parts, they do gas motorized bicycles also. So, they definitely know their stuff. And the other thing about Sick Bike Parts is that, from what I understand, their version of the motor and connectors are a little bit more, they're a little more recent. I have waterproof connectors, while I believe the Luna is not waterproof connectors. And also I have a Bluetooth connection, so I actually did connect my Cyclone to a Bluetooth app where I can change a lot of different things. But so one of the good things is now I have a speedometer on my actual phone that links up to the motor. It's good and bad. It's good and bad in the sense that it only reads the speed when the motor is turning. So if you're coasting along, it's not going to give you your right speed. But as long as you're under power, it'll give you the right speed. The other thing is I can control the throttle response. So I changed my throttle response to a little bit higher because I don't like the delay that I had before. There was a slight delay. I like the throttle to be a little bit quicker off the line. So you could do that. And now also with the app, I can see what the amps are. I can see what kind of power I'm drawing from the motor. And it also obviously has a voltmeter, which you already have on your throttle settings. So if you were to buy this kit, know, obviously the Luna Cycle and 6x parts are both good. I mean, Luna, I hadn't had a problem with them, but I kind of don't like the owner. If you were to buy this kit, buy it from 6x parts. You get a waterproof connection for the motor, the controller to the motor, and you also can do a Bluetooth as well. So the Bluetooth is in kilometers per hour. Obviously, it doesn't really, that doesn't really make sense for me because I'm in the U.S. So I still have my own speedometer, but it's cool to see the dial on the speedometer move. So anyway, I'm heading to the pet store now, and I'm wearing like a leather. It's a little bit cold, fall or something, so I'm wearing a leather jacket on this motorized bike. So I'm not sure if I'm cool or if I'm a complete dork for doing this. Anyway, so that's the review. That's the extended use review, and this is definitely extended. 8 months at this point. Thousands and thousands of miles. Recommendation, yes. You will have to do some installation. You'll have to spend around $20–30 in tools to do it. Installation, take your time with the gears, with the chain. Also, try to open up the motor and put new grease in, so you don't have that stupid noise and probably premature wearing out like I do. So that's about it, guys. I hope you liked that video of the extended review.